Hey everyone, Accent Boy here, back with another video. I know I've been taking so long to make posts sometimes, but you know a guy is just busy. But I'm trying to get video out as much as I can. And also, um, if you guys need anything to be reviewed, you guys could send the email to me or whatsoever. But however, I'm just gonna make a short video on, you guys know of Jeffrey Einstein, one of the most famous billionaire in the world. He actually took his life, I think, last year when he or a year before, after he was charged with the human trafficking scandal, and also recently his so-called mistress, who goes by the name of, correct me if I'm wrong, people, Ghislaine, Maxwell, or whatever her name is. She was recently charged with the human trafficking of minors. And to be honest, she's actually looking at some serious years right now. People, they're actually saying she could get anywhere up until 65 years. Reminded the lady is 60, so she probably won't see another day on this earth. But however, when it comes to money, money talks in the justice system. Um, so she was found guilty. The jury found her guilty. She's actually looking at 65 years. As I mentioned, not only that, they also gave her a chance to appeal um, the decision that was made by the juror. But my thing is that I'm happy that justice has been served, not only for the community but also for those families of those young ones who was kidnapped and also locked away, and also sexual who was also victim of sexual assault by some of these nasty pervert guys, and also some of these pervert guys these that some of these little kids were having sex with were some of these top class billionaires guys. And it's just I just found it weird a grown man of a certain caliber would look at a little kid and want to have sex with a little kid. And she, Maxine Maxwell, she was onto it. I remind you, she was Jeffrey Einstein right hand woman, and she was running. How should I say it? She was running the scheme just like him, and it's just sad knowing she's a woman and knowing those little girls are being tortured and taken advantage of. It's just so mind blowing. And knowing she's a woman, any woman in their right mind would look at it and saying, "Oh, I gotta go to the police or whatever." But because they are getting paid under the table for these so-called high status men of having sex with these little kids, they keep it hush. And truly, I don't feel sorry for her. I know she's gonna definitely make an appeal, and I hope. And the funny thing is, reviewing this case, I haven't seen none of the so-called parents of those victims come forward. Maybe you people have seen those victim family, but I haven't seen one of those victim family come forward and say anything. So that's something to also look out on, to see what's probably going on there. But as I said, I'm really happy that justice has been served. It's just a shame a lot of these little kids will grow up with so much trauma. A lot of these girls will probably won't even like men based on what some of these men have done to them. And I hope there's more name called out. And not only that, in the article that I was reading today, I'm gonna try to post the link to the article in the description box. They were saying even if she made an appeal, she would have to come out and snitch on the others who was taking part to have her more lighter years in prison. So who knows? To be honest, I do think she might snitch due to when it comes to the prison system. Um, this is my opinion, but I don't think a woman could spend certain amount of years in jail compared to a man. Not saying men won't snitch or whatsoever, but I think a female is gonna look at it. Oh, I got kids. I ain't gonna do such and such time for nobody. And if they're throwing a lighter sentence on me, why not snitch? I'm a billionaire. I could have security 24/7. So compared to a man where it's all about their dignity, they ain't gonna snitch on no one. Not saying guys won't out there won't snitch, but a lot of men they would hold it to the grave than snitch. But and they would switch, but they would rather do those hard times. As I said, some do snitch, some don't. But in this case, I do feel like she's gonna make the appeal, and she also is gonna call out a lot of those big name money makers. And I hope justice being served, and I hope families could come forward, and also I hope those little kids do seek therapy because I know a lot of trauma is gonna come from them being sexual abuse and taken advantage of. People, so let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe.